Hello, hello everybody. How are you? So here we go. Welcome on board everybody. So the gang is here. Anna, Auden, Edward, Mary, Easter, Kubiru, Garti, Giriraj. All right, guys. So gold's been nice to us today since Asian. So we were good. We dropped some position in this area, took a sell in Asian live session, right? And then it just continued the push to the bottom side all the way, just like that. Now, later on, when this big rejection happened on a smaller time frame, I've secured my buys and then, my sells, and then we got into a little bit of buying. I know, Garthi, you were making a lot of fun. I hate you, seriously. I got a late entry, fine. It happens sometimes. I got no Samuel. It was Samuel who was making fun of me. I thought it was Gartley. So he was actually roasting me for this to take a late entry for the first time ever. But I was at work, so I took a late entry. It moved higher and making good pips so far. Not making lower lows right now. I tried to sell. So it's almost like if you include the whole position, which you guys have taken better entries than me because you were in front of the screen, which is good. So it's 102 pips, which is, I think, awesome. So we got 102 pips up, and then we got already 61 pip down. All right, so this was Asian, and then this was the push to the top side. Now, Laurent, you were asking me why did I sell in this area, right? So I'm going to remove this since I don't like it at all. So I'm going to remove these less things on the chart are better. When it was trying to create this, so it came up here, okay? We sold it here, it went higher, and then it came down and stayed here. So we really waited for almost an hour, 15 minutes, and that's when it started dropping. And trust me, it was such a long wait in the morning. 10 pip, it dropped in 1 hour plus, but then it cooked well, which was amazing. Really, why? What happened? Because who was here in Asian, guys? I think Kabiru, you were there, right? When we entered this Gartley, you were there. I remember you. So when we took this one and we went down all the way, this was the trade that we have taken, and then it really did all what it had to do later on. I was thinking maybe it comes down here and start ranging again, but thank God, kept pushing, created some sort of consolidation in this area, pushed further down, and now it has broken this trend line. So if I'm looking at the structure, yep, it is trying to come higher. Yep, looking at, hey everybody on YouTube, how are you all guys doing? Hello, Ali, Heather, nice to see you. Thank you. Kabiru, you missed Asian today. Okay. Thank you so much for comments, guys. Please like and subscribe. And in the meanwhile, we will do some charting. We'll be doing some analysis. I want to see what's going on a higher time frame. So there we are. Okay, so this 4-hour candle. So we all know that we have a 4-hour OB in this area. If you want to see so far what's weekly doing. So we all know that we are making lower lows, lower highs, and then higher lows, right? Consolidating in this area. It's been so long and so many weeks, right? And then monthly candle has just started yesterday. So this is your monthly candle right now. Last monthly candle closed with almost equal wicks from both the sides and closed above this area, which is 1782, but it tapped into it, closed back up, which was, yep, it tapped down, but When it closed higher. Now this month that we had last month, January, we melted down and then we came back up and we melted down again. So 1, 2, 3 times within this range. Or you can include the wicks, 53 all the way to 1780. This was the range that we were in for the last whole month. Now what's happening here, we all know, and you all know what our positions have been. So we have taken a sell, came down, now going back up. We have a buy in place as well, but being intratrader, we find entries in scalp. It was pretty much really good when it pushed higher. I thought it would continue to push higher, but then this candle was a good sign of reversal, but the next candle kind of lost the momentum. It is they started making small size 4-hour candles, and then we have an engulfing bullish candle, which shows that we might be coming higher in this area. Okay, maybe. Let's see. We should not forget that we have ADP non-farm employment change today, which is absolutely important, and that's going to be in next 25 minutes, right? Is it? Yeah, kinda. A little more than that. It's 9:30, so it's almost 40 minutes. All right, guys. So I've just already explained that we sold earlier and then in Asian as well. So there was no retracement whatsoever. It just stayed here, consolidated in this area on a smaller time frame, and then wicked higher during in my session yesterday. And then we got 1810 maximum, caught the sells, and sorry, 1808 maximum, caught the sell in this area, and then we got it. I posted the analysis earlier on the Telegram group. We discussed this move in these levels in Asian as well yesterday, and it worked perfectly well so far. Let's see. Now I was expecting it to come down to in this box here, where I found all this consolidation in this area. I wanted to come down here and then make a move all the way to the top side, and it got rejected nicely. You see a big 4-hour wick rejection. It means buyers are in charge at the moment, but we have a resistance in this area. This is going to be the first resistance, and then we have obviously wick liquidity that we have on here. Alrighty, so let's go down on a smaller time frame. Let's see what's happening. I'm not going to be looking for a trade before the news. I'm going to wait and see what's going to happen with the news. Guys, we tried to sell here. I did too. But when, you know how I came out of it? When it was, where did we sell? There was a big rejection, right? Was it here that we tried to sell? I think so. It wasn't too bad. So there was a good big rejection, and then we tried to sell, but I jumped out of the trade when I saw the reversal pattern from the bottom side, and I'm finding it. Where is it? I think it was somewhere here. So I took it, but I closed it at break even because this was again formed a doji candle and wanted to move higher. I don't know if it was this one here or somewhere here that I was explaining, and I took a screenshot and shared with you all. And since then till now, pumping higher. Where is it gonna go? Also 1 hour. 1 hour does not have a bottom wick. That's interesting. And it is already only 7 minutes for this candle to close, right? And we have 1 hour, 6 minutes for the 4-hour candle to close. It has jumped out of the channel that we have on here. So it did not stop in this area, and now coming up to this area. Let's see how it is going to react. If it is going to tap down and give us a buy, it could be retesting the breakout structure anywhere here. That's what I'm expecting, number one. If it does with the news, because it has broken this structure, right? So if it is going to come back deeper down anywhere here, or you can say trend line retest or breakup structure retest, any dip down, I am going to be looking for a buy setup. And it depends. If it just continues to melt down, then I'm not going to be touching it. I'm going to be careful. And we see how this candle closes and next 30-minute candle closes by then. And then take a decision. Anybody has any questions, you can feel free to ask. Okay, Gartley has shared a picture. Wow, Gartley, is that what it is? That's amazing. So you have a big monitor. What's the size of the big one? Yeah, that's cool. 49 inches. And you open 2 charts on there, and that's not enough for you. Have one more monitor and one more monitor. So 3 of them. And I love your keyboard as well. And your magic keys. God, oh God, this is also cool. Love it. And your teacup. Mohammed Ramzan Ali, good work, Dr. Sasha. Thank you so much. I used to have 3 monitors, then moved to one 49-inch, but a few days ago I added another one for Zoom. Nice, nice. I think it's a beautiful setup. Serious trader. Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. He is a serious trader, I must say. And guys, who else has nice setups? I want to see rest of your old setups as well. Show me. His job is full-time trading. Samuel, how about you? Samuel is at school. I think he's not on. He can't hear me. Yes, beautiful setup. Yes, Ali, I do. I use moving averages on, and I am going to post what I use on here, but don't get confused with these, but we are just so used to it. I have some of my videos on the channel already, so you can go back, and I think in the previous videos I have one where I'm explaining all those moving averages, so you can watch that. Wow, that's an amazing setup indeed. Yes, thank you, Rohan. That is an awesome one. I want to see yours as well. So I am using 200 moving average, 50 moving average. They're both simple moving average, and other than that, I also put down 200 EMA, and then I have 8 moving averages. That is smooth 8 and simple 8. So smooth 8 moving average is equal to so that you guys know, it's equal to, so 8 SSMA is equal to 14 EMA. So you can use that either, whatever you like. Exponential. Okay, they're the same. So I put them on. I'm so used to trading with these. So, but the chart looks so messy when I put them on so much. But I also use this volume profile that I have on the left-hand side, which shows me the point of control on different time frames. That gives me an idea where the liquidity is sitting on. And we put this volume candles on to see what's happening with the volume, if we have something extraordinary to stay alert. And that's about it. And then we use support resistances mainly. So if I'm going to just take everything away, right, even I take the indicators away, all the drawings. So I basically trade support resistances structure. That's what I mainly look at. So if you're going to take a trade, first comes first, and that is your structure, price action, momentum. In fact, even above everything else, we have momentum. So if you want me to discuss, I can discuss all these impulse moves and the corrections that I see onto the gold chart. And so we keep an eye on that, and then we see which move is corrective and which move is impulse, and then where it is trying to create the support, what's the center, midpoint at that in that area, and mainly support resistances, or you can say the key levels, or you can say the zones, and we draw them in the and order blocks. Yes, that's another important thing. So, for example, I've marked this OB on here, 4-hour OB. I'm expecting some sort of reaction in that area, and not only till in here. You see on the left-hand side, this area has been acting as a good good area for wick rejections, or you can say some sort of consolidation in the previous pass right here. So this was an impulse move down. This was some consolidation that we had on here. I use Fibonacci as well a lot of times if I want to see, but because you're so used to looking at the screen so many times all the time that you can just tell and you have the idea how exactly it would be, what percentage it would be just by the naked eye. But then yes, this could be somewhere here, and 50%, or we have already tapped into 0.382% earlier, and then yesterday NY, I think 1808 area, and then melted down, went back to 0.236 area, and now pushing back up to the top side. So let's see, where does it want to go? Is it going to complete the leg all the way here in this channel that we have on here? And if it does, then that's it. I'm waiting to see the reaction in this area. I do not like to interrupt the leg all the way when it's moving in one direction. So either I'm going to be catching the trade in any end of the leg. So I trade reversals, or here, or all the way here, up here. It did not give any entry down here, but we took a sell in this area here. And then on a smaller time frame, there was a retest and 1837 area, so we took that. And then here. And then when it moved up here, we sold, we purchased. So yeah, we try to catch the smaller moves that we get all the day. We also leave a runner. That's very important. Leaving a runner is one of my very successful strategies that I have. So I always encourage everybody. If you see my post on Instagram, you must have seen all the time that I see that the runner is going on. So for example, if my whole position is 4 lots, so you can say that I'm going to secure 75%, because whenever you have to take care of your psychology, right? So your mind should be intact and you should not disturb that. So for example, if I've taken an entry down here and it gives me this move, right? And then when it starts rejecting anywhere here, so I'm giving back my profit, right? And when on a smaller time frame, this is a 1-hour time frame, but on a smaller time frame, when you're, for example, right here, when it starts coming down and retracing this area, right? Initially, you wouldn't know what is it going to do, where is it going to come back, right? In that case, I love to secure what I have already on. And till then, I might be trading my stop loss, and I might be securing some initially. So one position here, one here, one here, like that. And then I leave one position with the break even, okay? But when you continue watching us slowly and gradually, you'll be able to understand that how it all works. Strategies cannot be explained in just one day. They need back testing, they need understanding. You have to understand all of it, and then you have to practice it. And now all the champs that I've got on here, they're pro. They take better entries. So today I got late. I had a late entry in here, and they all just identified this tweezer, and they were all in, and they were teasing me. I was at work, I couldn't take this entry, so I took it late. I got 60 pips and they got 100, so they're like showing off. So now this is good. If you look at, I keep talking to candles on a small time frame all the time. So here, before this push to the top side, none of the bodies of the candle were closing lower. So they were not making lower low, although there were wick rejections from both the sides. But then after this push up, we came back and retested this area again, these wicks, and pushed higher. And now we are here. We still have 25 minutes to go. This 30-minute candle has no bottom wick so far. So let's see what exactly it is up to. Always do one thing, that is do not risk more than 2%, please. More than 2%. So you have to be sure that you're risking not more than 2%. And then another rule that I always apply is I secure 10-15 pips or I trail my stop loss. I do not want the position to come back to my entry. Yeah. And then you have to make sure that when you take a risk and you take a trade, you secure and don't give it back to the market in greed. Don't have to be greedy. Okay. And if position comes back and you haven't secured, for example, it comes back to a retest or continue to move down, or for any example, it's about to come back to your entry, I prefer closing the trade instead of holding the trade. Hey, Andre, how are you? So I prefer closing the trade instead of holding the trade, and then I prefer re-entering. I do not like drawdowns. I do not appreciate holding drawdowns at all. It messes with trader psychology, and when it is messing with trader psychology, it is not going to let you trade peacefully. So you get into different habits of maybe revenge trading, and stresses you out unnecessarily. So you got to be absolutely careful with all of that. I'm expecting a sell already, but this area, so price right now, guys, can be, there could be a few possibilities that I'm looking at, right? Either it's going to make a lower low as compared to this area on the left-hand side. Second, what's the second, guys? What do I always say? So one is lower low. Second possibility is equal highs. That could be here and here. So it can be rejecting this area in here. And the third possibility is going to make a higher high, right? So these are the three possibilities that I'm expecting right now. One, that it's going to just maybe tap 1805, respect this area and this side of the trade, and then start reversing from here. Second, it's going to come up here. Third, it's going to come up higher, maybe to the OB or 1810, 1811-ish area, anything, yeah? So as my friend just told me, ADB is dangerous every time, you know, so we have to be careful. It's a sweet message from him for all of us. And you've got to be very careful with your trades. You don't give your hard-earned money back to the market unnecessarily. Do not give it to your broker. Please, please, please protect your accounts. Trading does not mean blowing accounts. There's a difference, right? So either it pushes down and then move up, or it moves higher or pushes down. So I'm going to be looking for a reaction. I'm very quick. It's called sniper entries or whatever. I take a quick trade usually, and I react very quickly. And you have to be careful and learn. So it's the first day. If you're trading with me, then please do not trade on your real account. You need some time to understand the strategy, understand how we're working, and then you can be looking for a trade on the real account. So first practice and then get on board. Yeah, makes sense. Gold is coming down, showing some rejection in this area. Not bad. We got 20 minutes for the ADP, guys. If it is coming down to 1800, 1801, any of this area, the best I got on is that I'm going to be waiting for this. So, go on a smaller time frame, right here. No PC. I think it is at 9:15. 5 minutes. You're right. Thanks for correcting me. Yeah, you're right. I thought, but which one is that? It's building permits and then crude oil inventories. I don't think I'm going to be staying till crude oil inventories, guys. So after explaining the whole move, I am going to be trading with the gang back on. So guys, it has dropped down, and I want to see the reaction in this area, or it can be coming back down to retest this structure. That's what I meant earlier as well. And it is I'm very, my bias is towards sells. I think it's going to go back down, but let's see. It also depends on the fundamentals news that we're getting on. So the expectations with the ADP is previous was 807K and the forecast is 185. There's a huge difference between the two, right? So are they going to be meeting their expectation, and how is DXY going to react to that, right? Since last 4 days, God, oh God, look what's happening on DXY. It's just a meltdown. It's melting down, but on the contrary, because we trade against dollar, right? Gold trade against dollar. We are not as bullish as DXY is melting. So it's reciprocal. They should be both opposites, but the correlation does not work all the time because we're also dependent on to the yields, 10-year yield, which is quite stable at this stage, and holding it right in this area. So let's see how the situation, we are just going to react to the situation instead of predicting too much. The best is to react and to the price action, to all this move, and do not marry your analysis. Okie dokie. Expecting bad numbers? Hey Momo, how are you? You coming just 5 minutes before the news each time, right? I'm good. I'm waiting for the news. So you coming on and you're taking a move and you're sorted, right? Quick pips and Momo is out. So far, it's a beautiful rejection in this area, guys. It's a beautiful tweezer candle forming on an hour. Let's go back to smaller time frames and see what's going to happen. If it wicks any higher, guys, anywhere here in this area, okay, I'm going to be looking for a sell setup. If it retests and rejects this area again, then I'm going to be looking for a sell setup. And you have to be very careful. And please, those who are new, they do not need to enter any position with their real accounts. Okay? Be careful, hold on, and don't mess your account. The TP that I'm looking at could be anything. It could be coming back down lower than this, or maybe coming back retesting this area or here, but close your trade when you get 10, 15 pip out, right? And go back to sleep. What time is it at your end, Momo? All right, 1 minute, guys. 54 seconds. ADP always work opposite. Yeah, that's the fact, guys. That's a fact. So whatever the news it's going to be, it takes time to be absorbed by the market. So it takes a while, it takes some time, and then we react. So let's see what it wants to do. Best of luck, and do not enter big lots. Do not risk too much. My bias is sells, but from which level, I don't know. I'm going to be waiting for the candles. You can wait for 5-minute retest. You can wait for 15-minute retest. Do not enter a trade unless and until you're sure. Whoa, there you go. There you go, guys. Is it going to be rejecting this area? If yes, then yes, that's my entry. Okay, so let's wait. Further pushing to the top side. 1-minute candle is on. Rejecting. Okay, let's see. It's quite healthy candle on a minute so far. On 1-minute time frame, it's quite healthy. But 1805 is the level that I'm watching right now. Is it going to be respecting it? If it is respecting it, then this is my trade, and I'm going to secure if I get my 10-15 pips, and I'm going to just leave a runner. No, it's pushing further higher, 1806-ish area, then maybe 1807 as well. The candle hasn't closed yet. We still have 5 seconds to go. Nice push to the top side, no bottom wick, no top wick. I think it is going to maintain the channel to the top side. I really think it is going to maintain. Let's see. What's the news, Momo? You didn't post it. Let's see. As expected, 301. Not too bad. It's better, but not what they were expecting. Okay? So we're waiting for the push to complete its move all the way to the top side. Maybe wait for the 5-minute confirmations, guys. Do not take a trade unless and until you see one candle respecting the next one and then moving in the other direction if you have to trade the reversal. Yeah. We still have NYSE to go and all of that. So this candle is now rejecting beautifully 1807-ish area and continuing the move to the bottom side. What's happening, champs? What's the plan? All right, so still here, looks good. Oh, wow, beautiful. This is amazing. I love it. I like the rejection. Now it's going to retest the break of structure. This is exactly 1804-ish level. It should not be, now it should not be closing above this wick at all. Yeah, this should be the max. And even if it wants to retest the structure and wants to push higher, too fast, come on. If it wants to push higher, then this is it, guys. You have to be watching this area. I'm going to be watching this area because it could be coming back, retesting the breakup structure in this area, and this wick could be retested. Okay, we're just 2 minutes into the news. So far, so good. Continuing the push to the bottom side. I like that. My, oh my. I love these free pips. Yes, these are free pips, aren't they? Easy free pips to the bottom side. Secure. And there's your meltdown. Aw, really? It's 30, 32, 34 pips so far. God, oh God, I love it. I love my runner from the bottom as well. So all the way coming back down, which is nice. You can, no need to worry about that. The 4-hour candle now looks so funny. Look at that. Big wick rejection, right? Big wick rejection. And I really expect it to come down deeper. I'm not sure if it's going to give you a retest or not, but it can. It depends how this next 5-minute candle is going to start, right? So those who have not secured it, please secure it and don't hold the trade for too long. The 1 minute candle just continued melting without a retest to the top side. The 5 minute is sorted and gone. And I am in love with this. We still have NYSE, and that might be retesting this area. You never know. I'm managing on the same side. That's why I'm just looking at the screen so far. It is trying to create a base on a minute in this area right here. So now let's have a look. This is your 5 minute. This is going to retest this area now. This is your 15 minute, right? Which still has 9 minutes to go. What's going to happen? Is it going to respect this? This high should be respected for me. And that's exactly what I said. 2-3 conditions. Either it's going to make a lower low. It's going to come up here and make an equal positions in this area. Or it's going to go higher. Okay. So these were the options. So far, it has just come up to where it was yesterday, right in the wick area, right here. Beautiful retest to this area. Absolutely rejected. How is it going to settle down? Now that matters. I'm waiting for the retest again, guys. Let it settle down. And then if it is the move, then we should be going all the way, at least. So you can be saying your first TP could be down here, and then further second step, and then third step, and all the way here, right? So wait and watch. Hey, Sasha, have you ever used order block indicator? No, I do not use anything other than what you see on the chart. So I have some moving averages, and I have I love this one. I like that. Why did I put everything on? 1 second. Okay, here you go. This is what my chart looks like usually. So we are back to the POC right now. Point of control on 15 minute, right? This is your POC. What happened with DXY? Let's see. Okay. Is this a right chart? I mean, gold has done so much and this hasn't done anything. Wow. I love gold. It just gives free pips. Free pips. Check it out. Okay, so this was the retest. Retested this area. If you haven't got it on the first 5 minute, this was your second entry. Now it has to cross below this 50 moving average to continue the move to the bottom side. If it is going to create some sort of support in this area, then secure further positions, but then it's going to go continue to the move to the top side, right? That's why. So it has to start closing below and should not be creating support in this area. Then we can be retesting. Maybe the retest fails and we continue to move to the top side, right? I take Fibonacci from all the way wick to wick GP. Yes, I said gold sell. Okie dokie. So far, it is rejecting the bottom, the support. And if it starts closing above this area, the way it's working out now, that's it. Then it could be rejected. Let it settle down. It's too volatile right now. And then I'm going to be deciding what do I exactly want to do. Maybe wait for the 30-minute candle to close if you haven't taken a scalp. It's going higher right now, pumping up, and it is above all these levels, right? So that means this 4-hour candle in 35 minutes, this 4-hour candle will tell you a lot about it. This 4-hour candle in 35 minutes is going to close and it's going to tell you a lot about it. If it's going to get retested, this wicks get rejected again, we are dumping down. So let's see. My biased is sells. Yes, that's correct. That's why I waited and I did not sell earlier. I waited for the news to give me quick, easy pips. Although it was quite tempting, the way it was creating beautiful resistance in this area, went high and then came back down. Beautiful gold setup, but all of it has to start making a lower low. So far, there is no lower low. Do you know what I mean? So if you look at the structure on all time frame, keep an eye. It's a higher high. Is it a lower low? What is happening here? If it is respecting these moving averages, these structure on the left hand side, not making a lower low, right? That means we are still bullish. Okay. So give it some time, 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna again look at it. What a push up. Wow. Love it. So initially it retested this area, came back down, retested this area, coming back down, but each 1 minute candle is really, really huge, right? One very important thing, guys, which I keep telling everybody, yeah, we went 50 pips up almost, that you don't have to hold drawdown, okay? Do not hold drawdown. Jump out, re-enter. It's easy to secure pips later on, right? It's easy to make 10, 15 pips, but it's not easy to make 50 pips, 40 pips, right? And then you're under pressure. So all these candles are not making a higher high and they're not making a lower low. So we are consolidating in this area and we're going to break to one side. And I want to see the break. You have to, for example, with this volatility, you have to have, so Lauren, you know what? I remember I told you the other day, when the candle pushed up 89 pip, I'm very scared of that. I do not, once I saw that, although I did not get hit, I was in the right direction. I was in buys when it pushed 89 pip. But even last week, or I think early this week, I saw there was a 35 pip push up in one candle as well, 35 or 40. So those candles, other than news, they are also very scary. So I always have a stop loss in that area, right? I always have a stop loss that I want to put on quickly. But with news, the way you have news right now, look guys, this 5-minute candle body closed above the previous one. This one not tapping low, okay? This one is not tapping a low. So be careful with your sells unless and until you have further confirmations and you start watching lower lows here. So wait for this 30-minute candle close in 3 minutes. So when I entered here on this candle, Lauren, it just pushed higher in this area and then continued the push. So nothing was coming down deeper. So I waited for this. When this one started moving further down, and then I have this zone as well. That's one key level where I could have risked, right, some amount. Or you wait for it to come back up here again and then try to take a sell if you're still interested in sell in 5-10 minutes. Yep. This is your ADP. Momo, it is rejecting from the bottom as well. That's a bit concerning. All these trades are rejecting from the bottom as well. And I want to see the 30-minute candle close. And if it is closing, let's see, this 30-minute candle, right? If it is closing and not the other next candle is not respecting this area, continuing the push to the top side, then that's it. I want to see lower lows right now. And for the next candle, it has to come down deeper, retest this area. And if it has to go up, it has to continue, reject this area, and continue to move to the top side. If it is going to reject this area, then continue to move to the bottom side. So the best thing for a trader to do is be patient. Watch all the candles from high time frame to smaller time frame. Keep swapping through the time frames. Do not risk too much. If you're confused, hang in there. Gold chart is not going nowhere. We are here, chart is here, market is here, and you'll get another opportunity. You can be waiting. No FOMO, right, Momo? How can I not say that? Yes. And we have a very smart trader here, Momo. He comes just 15 minutes before the news or the peak hour, right before NYSE, etc., etc., etc. He just comes on, he takes a trade, catch 15, 30 pips, and then he's going to tell you, okay, I'm done. Good night, going back to sleep. That's our Momo for you all. So I'm waiting on 1 hour to come back down deeper to 1801-ish area, give me a retest of this area, and then we see what it wants to do. This is an important key level as well. He's like, exactly. I leave my top position as a runner. So if I've taken, clicked 3 positions or 4 dynamic entries in here, 1, 1, 1 like that. So I am leaving the top one with the break even for a runner, right? I close the rest of the ones which are in danger. For example, one is here, right? And in the wick. If they're down there, then I'm going to be closing them sooner, right? Sooner than the last one at the top. Why? Because these positions can come back here quicker than here. And how do I close a runner? So for example, if the position is coming down, or even if I'm 2 or 3 or 4 pips up, if I see this, and then next one respecting this area, not making a lower low, this is an alarm. Reversal setup right here. On a smaller time frame, then I have a moving average and I can tell that it's creating a support. So when it was creating a support in this area, even then I could identify it because I've been trading it for so long that we can just say that it's trying to create for some time some support in this area, which needs to be broken. On 5 minute, there are wick rejections, wick rejection, wick rejection, wick rejection from the top side. That means maybe we can come back down a little bit deeper if we would, but no predictions here so far. Waiting. Another pump to the top side. Buyers are in charge here. Each time they're coming up, they're trying to not let anything close below this. This is the area. This is the key point, right? This is how I watch the candles on a smaller time frame. This is how I am looking at my trades and taking a decision if I want to keep them or I want to get rid of them. So jumping out of the trade is best. Do not hold your drawdowns. Gold is pumping. So far, so good. If you guys have a question, you can ask me. If you do not understand anything, obviously it's the first time you guys are watching me, you can ask me as well. Champs, if you have any questions about the analysis, I'm right here. I see big rejections on 5 minutes, but I want to see how the 30-minute candle closes. If the 30-minute candle is quite nice and healthy, like that, then yeah. It should not be closing above any of these in next 3 minutes. I don't want to see the close above these. It should be rejecting with a big. Are you stream Zoom? No. You guys are on here. I mean, Momo, just go on YouTube and give me a like. Come on, be a good boy. I'm going to hate you to death if you don't do that. You got to see what's happening. Rick, Rick, I saw your lappy and your mobiles. Wow, 2 mobiles, laptop, and your coffee. It's a starter, dear. Where are you sitting? Which part of the world are you, Rick? Yes, Tanvi, you got to go and press the like button. Come on. Support. I even did not know about you. Yes, because you come for 15 minutes, Momo. Indonesia. Nice, nice. When are we coming to Indonesia? I love Indonesia. Heard so. No, I haven't visited. Did we visit Indonesia? No, I haven't. All that's very close to me. So very soon. Because we got into lockdown here. Really? Wow, check you out. Bali is not too far, Momo. If you come to Bali, then that's it. We are right here. Giri Prasad, what those lines in the chart? What color lines? There's so many lines. Chart is all about lines, right? So are you talking about the horizontal lines, or you're talking about the moving averages? And how long have you been trading? Come on, gold, show us the way. Don't confuse us. Look at this. Only the retest to this area, nothing more. It doesn't want to pump down. Now, 1 minute candle is trying to break higher. Right here. Look at that. It's pumping. As I'm saying, starting pumping deeper up. Okay. So this is your 30-minute candle close that we had, and this is a new 30-minute candle with no bottom wick, just pumping higher. Yeah. So this one is a good close, but this is contrary to what happened here. It should be rejecting all of these areas and then further dipping down. Okay, so this area on here, if you look at 1 minute and 5 minute, guys, this one is making higher high as compared to these areas, and now this is breaking above, right? So should have been taking and looking for a buy setup instead of a sell setup, right? So let it settle down, and then maybe it wants to break higher. Okay, and I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to call out, guys, if I'm going to be taking a buy on the retest and reject again. If it is going to be a buy, I'm going to call it out, but I am not I'm not expecting something too much, to be honest, but it should show on the candles. It should show and start rejecting if it wants to go lower, right? It should just show and start rejecting. And maybe there is still some momentum from the news. Let's see again what DXY is doing right now. Okay, DXY is pumping up, okay? And it has found the support exactly at POC. Right now, you see these two 30-minute candles? So how long this is going to be respected now? Let's see, let's have a look. I want to see the high time frame, okay? So this is your DXY. Finding support in this zone. Okay, what's on the left? Yeah, it could be. It could be if it starts rejecting this area and this area, and then continuation would be to the top side. Let's see. Give it some time. And then 4-hour candle will be closed, and then we can be determining what it wants to do. This 4-hour candle is going to be closed in the next 22 minutes, right? Next 20 to 22 minutes, and then we see. And then after 22 minutes, we have 30 more minutes for NYSE, guys. All right, not bad. Rejection again from the top. That looks good. To come back down. When it comes back down, watch each level. I like that. I like the rejection. In fact, I love the rejection. But this 200 moving average is on here, and then 50 moving average is on here, and then I want to see a close below this. And I'm saying this since so long. I want to see the close below this. Guys, these are my sells. If this wick is not broken, then I am still sell biased. And I don't know. I really don't wish to sit here in this area until NYSE. I want to do that. What did you do, Momo? You're at Java. What is Java? Java is a language, isn't it? Rick? Thank you. Come to Thailand. So I've been to Thailand. I've been there. That was beautiful, but it was too humid. God, oh God. It was absolutely humid. I like it. It's coming back down. Another retest to 1805. Yeah, 1, 2. What do we need now? Close below. Close below. Thank you. You're so kind. Come to Thailand. Goa is waiting for. Oh, I've never been to Goa. I want to. I want to meet all the Indian actors as well, but I haven't ever. I hardly been to Pakistan, so it's just so hard. We used to visit Pakistan more often when my grandma was there, but not now, not anymore. And we went to Turkey and other places, but not there. So we are back to POC on 5 minutes. Do you see that? And then I wanted to start closing deeper. It doesn't want to do that. 4 minutes for this candle to close, 15-minute candle to close. This is a big rejection down, 15-minute candle close like that. And this whole way could be filled, or at least still here, which is fine, fair enough. But if it is going to close higher in this area and not rejecting this, then so your first area to watch is 1805, second is 1808. I know, Momo, you've been to Goa, you've been to Bali, you've been to so many places. Horizontal lines. Giri, these horizontal lines are the key levels that I've marked on here. So they're based on high time frame support and resistances that I'm watching. For example, keep an eye on gold, guys. I'm going to remove my fib so that you can see everything clearly. This fib is gone. Now, of course, this is a support. 2 times price came on here. Beautiful tweezer to the top side. 1780. Then we created, this was initially the support and then became the resistance for some time. So 92 level is an important level. And these levels are not respected only in the recent moves. They've been respected and reacted in the past as well, right? So we take a key level, which is historically key level. I know, that's it. JP, let's do that. JP, how are you doing? God, I remember looking at your message, but I didn't read it completely because I was just setting this up. I'm reading it now. Don't do anything to gold. Hang in there. I'm sure too. Don't you worry at all. Don't you worry at all. You have an FTMO account, dude. What are you talking about? You gotta be rich. We're gonna be rich, right? So this is beautiful. Now I'm liking it. In fact, I'm loving it. But we have 15 more minutes. We have 15 more minutes. So 2 times. Here, 15-minute candle, beautifully rejected it, and 2 more minutes for this candle. I don't want to see anything closing above in this area. I want it to just start closing down deeper. Maybe it's waiting for NYSE, you never know. Maybe it's going to retest a little bit, but should not be closing higher, right? What a meltdown, not bad. I like that. Look at that. I'm still having my runner at BE, so I'm happy about this, and sells were my bias anyway. Get this sorted. I want to start. If it's not, again, it's going to support in this area, then we're going back up. Range until NYSE. You never know. I want 93 all the way 92, this key level. Lower than this. This is your meltdown. That's it. It's a beautiful meltdown. I like it. I love it. Hey, Kiran. Thank you. Goa is a beautiful place. You will like it. However, the Bollywood people come for holidays. Okay. Have you ever met anybody? I want to see Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Since the daily has filled that imbalance on DXY, makes sense. Exactly. And gold to go the other way. John, you're the genius. You are genius. So let's see how this daily looks like. You made me curious to check back on this again. Let's see. Alrighty. Wow. Guys, what do you think? Okay, I have a question. We have NFP coming on soon, right? Right now, we are right in the center. We are not here and equal wicks to the both the sides, right? How do you think this daily is going to close? Come on. What is your anticipation? I'm not saying just for the sake of it. What do you think price action is going to look like? Daily, hide all. Now, look at this daily candle. What do you think this daily candle is going to look like? Come on. I love the push down. How many pips is it, guys? From the news rejection, 1808 level, how many pips is it? Bearish? Because we have NYSE, right? And then we still have NYSE. And I want to see reaction with NYSE. Now, second level. We came lower than this, 15-minute candle close below. Now we are respecting this area. Did you see that? 1801, going back for the retest. It went below yesterday's low, but did not above yesterday's high. I think you're correct. No, it did. It's like a, no, yeah, I mean, a little bit difference right here. Tiny bit. 2 pip difference, but the daily is not over yet. Right, PC? PC, how are your celebrations going on? You had celebrations today as well? 1 hour has 15 minutes to go. 30 minutes to go. 1 hour candle. Yes. Which time frame POC you're talking about? Will you be live trading coming off in daily? I am looking to do that. And let's see, whenever we get a chance, we do agent session as well. So today we sold an agent session and we got these pips all the way down, which is amazing. And sometimes even when I'm at work, I am posting, looking at NY. We were doing London session more, but this is the push up again, guys. It is again creating, this is another level, right? 1801-ish level, all of this. You see this area? So this was creating and acting like resistance and now acting like a support. And you see the same area being respected in this one. I'm just talking about the recent one. You see this wick rejection here as well? So yes, gold respects its key levels on a smaller time frame as well and reacts to it. So whenever you take a trade, you have to come down step by step, right? So you have to see, if you have entered here, you have to see how it's going to be in this area. Or in fact, the first I would be looking at 1805 if I've sold here. After 30 pip, I'm going to see that it's just going to come down, retest the breakup structure and continue the move to the top side. Or is it going to come down? It did, but then it stayed here for quite some time. And now back in the range. Why? I think we're going to be like that until NYSE, or if it just feels like gold sometimes just dumps or pumps straight away. No visiting today, but you have a holiday today, right, PC? 5 minute again coming up. Is it going to be making a higher high? It made a lower wick, right? But I will consider it a low. Let's see how the high time frames look. Don't give me a doji hourly. Seriously, if it gives me a doji hourly again, look at that. If it gives me a doji hourly again, that's it, guys. But then my bias is sells anyway. So any retest to this area with NYSE, I'm again going to dump it down. That's my bias. But I don't marry my bias. And you will see I'll flip any moment. I'm going to be like, well, okay, I see this rejection. Fine, let's buy. Since the daily has filled the imbalance and it makes sense for the two to start pushing up. Let's see if it wants to do that, because this area, you see this one here, wick rejection, wick rejection, wick rejection, and all of this 1801 area that I've just explained right now. So looking at it step by step, right, I wanted to start closing lower. Only marry gold. Yes, JP. So JP is saying Sasha doesn't marry the analysis, she only marries the gold. I'm already married to gold. Gold is mine. I'm very possessive about gold as well. and being a girl, it could be gold anyway, right? I don't wear that yellow metal too much. Look at the pump. So it closed, pumped down, and look at this. Slowly and gradually coming back up. Come on, gold. You really have to close like that in next 10 minutes? Thank you, Diamond Thou. Where are you from? No, I don't use MACD. Yes, I am. Sangram. NYSE is open, right? No, NYSE is going to be in 40 minutes. Oh, wow. I like lower lows. I like lower lows, guys. Okay? I like lower lows. Let's see. We still have 9 minutes for this. I already counted close, right? So, yeah. All right. See, I am fearing this doji candle. What does a doji candle mean? Guys, what would this be indicating in this area? If it closes like that, okay, equal rejection from the top and equal rejection from the bottom, what will your bias be? Now, come on, pros, I want to talk to you. Mohsen, tell me, what do you think? Mohammed Summit is back on. That is amazing. Rohan, Siddiq, Tanvi, Wilson, Ziad. I want your opinion, guys. I haven't secured, I've secured, but my runner is still in. My runner is still in, and I'm happy with the way it is trying to make low lows on a smaller time frame. Doji is a confusion candle. Yes, of course it is. Indecision between buyers and sellers. But come on. What do you see with the structure? Fine, I get it. It's an indecision. We can come back up like we did here. See how many times? 1, 2, 3 times we came up here, right? And then it was not an easy sell that we got yesterday. So yesterday we sold. It was so funny. We sold, we sold twice. So we sold here, and I think there was a news or something. We pumped up higher. When it respected this area, we sold again, and we held the runner all the way. And then I think we bought it. It was really, really, yeah, we bought it. And then after the stream, guys, I have taken another sell. Do you know that? So that was beautiful. Yesterday, I made some good money. Which time frame OB? 1 hour? This one here? We have another OB here now. Yes, that is indecision, no doubt about that. Absolutely clear. I think we will be having some sort of retest. That makes sense. It could be retested again. But let's see. All my positions in cells are doing good. I like that. Let me just manage a few more and then we're good to go. Guys, from the bottom runner, I'm 207 pips up, which is awesome. The way it is acting in this area, I'm very fond of. Let's see. So I see it is kind of creating a resistance here in this area again. Okay. Let's see if it is going to break above. And we are at the POC on a minute. And then we can be coming back, retesting. Yeah, exactly this area. And if it wants to come back down in this area, if it rejects this area one more time, then yes, retest to the higher sides, right, guys? We are hanging in the middle. So I'm not willing to take a trade right in the center. This is the key level, this is another key level, and we are hanging right in the center. Yes, PC, you're right. If it wants to take everybody out of the news candle, then yes, you can be looking at this zone right here. And it's going to take these people out, it's going to take everybody out, and then, but if it is going to come in this area, then all the way bullish move could be to the top side, right? And then we should be in buys instead. So what will be the indication for a buy? I want to see if NYSE is going to retest this and reject this, or is it going to reject this? And that's going to be my decision for buy or sell after that. We have 3 minutes for the hourly candle to close. There you go. Up and down. Bar candle side by side. Bar candle side by side. So this was a quick one. If you have taken it, that's a quick one. Otherwise, we're just making side by side candle. And we are in the middle of the zone. And we have to take a decision above 1805 or below this. Right? Let's see. The upward moves are choppy as usual. Yes, exactly. You know, PC, why? Because I don't know why it's been long. That sells are impulsive and buys are choppy. So whenever we are buying, they're there. It's not that we don't buy. Even this buy was just such all the move to the top side. But when we sell down, it's a complete big sell down, right? And if we are coming higher each time after the retracement, it starts being choppy, then pushes up, then choppy, then pushes up. So yes, I see that what you mean there. And it is more obvious. The impulse and the, look at that. It's much more obvious. You see these beautiful candles to the bottom side? You just have to be in the right direction. That's all what you need. Even on here, it just corrected, and then this one in 2 candles recovered all of these candles on the left, right? And then melted down again. I remember trading in this area. This was amazing. Easy trades, right? Oh, wow. Look at that. We have a big gap on a minute right now. Guys, look at your brokers. Gaps are usually filled. Do you see that, guys, on a minute? I just happen to look on, I am on IC market. It's melting down. It can be coming back up. What type of a close of a candle is that? Wow, this is so cool. We still have 23 seconds for this candle to close. Look at that. I think we're going to be sitting here for some more time. Look at that. 1801. So my bias was correct, right? That's it. Give me that. I'm 60 pips down. That is amazing. Now this is the retest. This is another key level. These are moving averages that I'm looking into. This here is the trend line. Look at that. This is how this 1 hour candle has closed. And I think this is the 4 hour candle close. Yes. This is the 4 hour candle close. Okay. 1 hour candle close, 4 hour candle close, and this is the new candle. After 30 minutes, we are going to have NYSE. Okay. Now, perfect. I like that. I'm sorry, but I'm getting excited because my bias was sells, right? So when you got 60 pips, that's beautiful, isn't that? That is beautiful. Now it's rejecting again, and it's now coming down to close that gap that it had there earlier. So I'm going to take a snapshot of the gap as well. Oh my, I love it. Okay, here I'm securing semi positions from the top side very soon, because I don't want to hold everything. 60 pips is really good. So I secured some earlier and with the wick rejection from the bottom side, and now I'm securing the rest, some of them, not all. I'm going to leave one runner. One runner is going to be there. Okay, so this is how it is on a minute time frame, taking the screenshot, and this is how it's on a 5-minute time frame. So choppy, can't believe. Look at the 5 minutes, such a messy. Look at that. No bottom wick. Yes, you're right. Kabiru, you're absolutely correct. There's no bottom wick, again sitting on to the next one, right? So these are the moving averages that we're sitting on, and we have to come down level by level, and it's not coming down and melting, but look at these 15-minute candle. Huge wick rejection, another one, another one. All of them, the bodies are lower. The price action is they're closing lower than the previous one. When this flips, this setup changes, then making higher high, then on the retest you can look for a buy setup as well, buy scalp maybe 10-15 pips, but so far it's making low lows, and with this hourly 4 hour is a good time frame that I look at. And now how's the daily, by the way? Oh, daily is still doing the same because we pumped up again, and this is above the 4 hour body. Now we have nothing at the bottom. On 4 hour, if we come down to this area, okay, here, right here, that could be the structure retest. And if this gets rejected, it has to continue moving down. Seriously, I don't want it to start rejecting that area. So my bias is correct. Okay. For a trader, profits don't don't make me happy as much as my analysis being right does. Yay! Congratulations! Come on, keep coming down. Don't react to those moving averages. They're bad. 1783, let's go. 93? No, I'm happy to take me to 83, JP. Why would I mind? Let's go. Don't correct yourself. Let it be. Let it be. There you go. Come on, gold, you can do it. Just a melt down to this area right here. But we have NYSE in 25 minutes. If it has to, why not? I know what you mean. God, oh God, it was a beautiful day. Okay, good money, good day, right? Because it is not making a high, I really don't want to, close the runner. But I want to see any time frame that's going to show me higher highs. Now, this area right here is risky. You see that? This one. This candle has not, 1 hour candle has no bottom wick. It retested here, the breakup structure where it broke to, and now sitting in here. What is it going to do? And is it going to happen before NYSE, or are we going to stay here for next 25-ish minutes and then make a move? I don't know, but this is good. Engulfing, bearish candle with a beautiful hourly wick rejection from the top. 4 hour, yes, it is confirming the reversal. We are kind of making double top here, but the risky matter is that we have to be closing below this leg, right? We have to start coming down. Otherwise, we are going to just retest this trend line break that we broke out of. This trend line, went up. We are coming back, retesting this, coming back higher, and it could be giving a retest to this top side again. So that's why if you haven't secured anything, the best part to do is to secure, right? So you have to be careful in all these candles. You have to start making low and coming down. Okay, this is very important. And how do we get to know if they're going to make low on a higher time frame? By watching smaller time frames, as good as 1 minute. I love my 1 minute candles. So I am already, okay, look at that. One more, another method of taking this, guys. Champs, you can draw this, right? So you can draw this. It should not be closing above that. We are kind of moving in a small channel in here, right? So there you go. I want to see the lows and higher highs. These highs should be intact. If anything start closing above this area, then that's it. You got to be careful. Okay, you got to, and at every key level, the runner that you have on, secure some at one of the key levels, right? Keep securing some at one of the key levels. If it wants to break this trend line, break these moving averages, wants to go deeper down below these 200 moving averages, well and good. If they're going to act like a support until NYSE, you never know, maybe that's another case that we would be facing right now. Mm-hmm. 1795 for potential buys. Personal opinion. Okay, no worries, of course here. 95, you mean here? Yeah, I don't mind that. If it is going to react back to this moving average, this OB, this area that I've marked it already. So that's good to go. But even that area, what does that mean? If you're coming down deeper to that level, it's 132 pips, right? Which is amazing. 132 pips means a lot. And other than that, how would that look like? Let me see. We have to watch how daily wants to close right now as well. Don't forget that we have, what do you think, guys? How which price level we are going to be with NFP? So tomorrow we have ISM PMI. What time is it? 10. Before NYSE, that's not too bad. I like that. And unemployment claim at 8:30. This could be volatile. This could be volatile, right? Okay. And then we have, yes, we can try. You're sending me a direct message. You can send a message in the chat to everybody else. And then, guys, this is the important day. This is very important. Last time when we were doing NFP, we were right here. Last time we traded NFP, it did nothing much. I think we were here. Were we here, guys? Yeah. It just came to 95. I still remember the prices. 95 to 85. 80-ish area. Sorry, here. All the way. We got this, and then it continued to move to the top side. And then we bought in this area, and then on the retest bought here. It was a good move to the top side. And now I am waiting to see what does gold want to do. Is this leg and this bottom is over or not? What if history repeats itself and we are going to replicate this and then this and then continue to the top side again? You never know, right? And how many times we are contracting so much, how many times are we going to just respect this area? Not for too long. We have to break it. We are too congested in this area now. We have to start breaking this or this, one of the two. Now it's like a have to situation. How long we're going to be continuing in this tiny area now? One more thing, this one, when we broke out of this area, I marked it earlier as well, champs. So when we are breaking out of this, right, initially, I was expecting that we could be coming up to this level again. Sorry, I'll draw it again for you. Come back down, you. Okay, here you go. So we could be coming back higher anywhere in this area because this is a critical level. This is a critical level, but anything above this is going to make it very bullish, I think. Above, even above 1820, 100%. Close above that area. Momo, you back. God, oh God. Now, 1 minute candles are just such a baby candle that you won't believe that. Look at that. Okay, rejection, rejection, push higher. Now I want to see what it's going to do. 15-minute candle will be closing in next 4 minutes. So far, I like that. But I want it to start coming down deeper, closing below, which could be or could not be. With NYSE, we can retest any of these areas and then come back down because we have a big wick. Okay, it still has this big gap in this area, guys, on a minute. So, champs, if you're trying to take a sell, anybody, and this is not the area to sell, right? Because look at that. This could work as a buy. Because here, for a scalp, for 10, 15 pip. Because this area still has a big gap which needs to be filled. And to fill this gap, it should be coming back up to this area at least and stay here for some time or maybe till here. So if it is going to reject this area with NYSE, then you can look for a short-term buy. Oh, it's already filling it. Look at that. It's already filling it right now. See? Not too bad. It's like, why later, Sasha? I'm going to do it right now. There you go. There you go. I can talk to candles. I'm telling you. You should believe in me. I should talk to candles. I said, don't sell in this area. Let it be. $15-minute candle closing in next 2 minutes. Good, I secured some of my profit when it was here. Because at each key level, you should be securing some. Take out some. Who wants to give back? With one lot, 20 pips up means you're giving it back to the market. $200 easy, right? How many percentage you make this week? Well, oh well. I do not trade big accounts. I trade so I usually have one lot and I have 2 or 3 dynamic risk positions with the lot. And then I withdraw, bring my account down. Because I have had bad experiences when I was not trading good earlier. And okay, this is the top of the trend line here. With this momentum, this push up, it's good, right? And it has closed that gap. It is pumping to the top side. So buys in these areas worked very well. 1801 with this retest, when I talked about it, that's it. Okay, 1 minute candle is coming back down. It has closed the gap very well. And 15-minute candle is closed. This is a new 15-minute candle that has just started right now. And let's see how this 15-minute candle, okay, this 15-minute candle has, the body has closed above this one. Did you see that? So this is what I was talking about earlier. So if this is the area, 1801-ish is the area, then we can be looking for a buy setup and continue the move to the top side, right? To the top side higher. But it depends what are we going to get with NYSE, right? Let's see how 30-minute candle looks like. Yes, it is nice bullish candle. It could be correcting the whole move to the top side if it starts making higher high. If it is not making higher high, not closing above, well and good. If it is starting to close above by retesting any of this area, then that's it. We can be pushing higher instead of dumping down deeper, because it has found its support in this area right now. Short term or long term, it depends, right? It did not retest any of this area in the top side. So yes, that's what I'm looking at. Overall, if you see the structure, this has closed lower than that. So it's a lower high overall, right? But it should be not staying here for too long. If it stays here for another half an hour or so, then yes, we can be establishing a nice support to retest any of this area, and then it depends on the retest, okay? Then the decision will be on the retest. Either we're going to come up, continue, or we're going to reject it again and go down, right? One of the two. I'm in Perth. I'm in Perth, and I am, yeah, Perth, Australia, not UK. So at my place, it's 10 p.m., 10:17. And I know you're trading New York Open. So my day is over when you're all starting your day. Sometimes I've seen, guys, I don't follow that, but do you remember when price is making things like those, like it's like M and then all those type of positions? I don't follow them too well, too much, but I've seen analysts talking about those. And sometimes this M next leg could be higher than the previous one. It has happened earlier many times. So for example, if it's going to be like that, it's like that, and it could be higher and still continue that, or it could be lower and then continue the down move from here, from this area, and respect it. So it depends. But I don't trade that, but I've heard about it. If you have the knowledge, you can just share with me. Tell me, in fact, teach me. I'm open to any sort of education. All right, guys, from YouTube, I think I'm gonna take your leave, and I'm going to continue trading for some time with the gang here. So you have my analysis with you, and then you take care. I'm gonna come back and see you again soon. Please give me a like. It was my first live session on here, and I would love your support. So just like and subscribe. There are some educational videos how I take a trade, and they are like Zoom session live recordings that I've posted on. The quality wouldn't be that good. I was not using OBS at that time. I was just recording it for my students so that I don't have to repeat the whole lecture over and over and over again. So yeah, that's the reason I put that on. And watch it, and hit me up on Instagram. Ask me any questions if you want to. I am happy to help however I can. And thank you for joining me. I'm going to get back to you. If it respects, so my last bit, if it respects this, right, then On the retest, look for a sell setup. You might get this 95-ish area, right? And it depends how we are going to react in this area. I'm going to make a lower high again, continue to move to the bottom side, and then I am really expecting it to come down a little bit lower. It has not retested this area, right? Or this could be the channel low, this channel that it's into. So you can see from here, it could be bullish again. You never know. Otherwise, if it is going to reject this area, stay here for too long, that means it has created enough support, and then you could be looking for a buy setup. And then the first area of reaction could be right here, 18 or 12, 11-ish area as well, because we have 200 moving averages in that area on 4-hour chart. They're important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to see you later.